Well, there you have it. Voice on the street. Some have quite a lot of good things to say about former President Muhammadu Buhari, while some otherwise, but we won't speak ill of the dead here. But I must say, Professor Kila, a lot of Nigerians felt disconnected from the President Buhari administration, especially after how the end-SARS protest was handled. Do you think that moment overshadowed other meaningful things that was done under his administration?
Well, I think, yes, the short answer is yes, I think it did. But I also think, in a way, Buhari lost a lot of opportunity for greatness because I think he misread the nation, or those of us who, sold him to the country, maybe misread the person he is. Nigeria is a touchy-feely nation. That is why, for example, we have this idea you don't speak ill of the dead, and we're very worried about, we're very cautious about this kind of thing. Buhari got to power as a charismatic leader. Very important to hold on this point. He was the kind of man millions of people were hailing and thronging around. If you get to power as a charismatic leader, you don't get there and become aloof. And that is what Buhari did. It must be said. You see, I say these things as a scholar who's worried about the present and the future. Buhari is gone. If you believe in heaven or hell, he'll probably be there. If you don't believe it, then it's over. Whatever you believe in, he doesn't really care about what we're saying about him, if he can care at all. Our conversation should be about the present and the future. And the message should be the lesson to be learned. You're very right, TJ, when you say we should learn some lessons. The lesson to be learned is that for present and future leaders, that whatever you do, people will judge you. In the judgment of Buhari, I was saying, he's like a man who won the lottery and lost his ticket. To the extent that he went to power, charismatic, very loved, controversial or not, he had a massive vote of voter. He could have asked for anything Nigerians would have endured. But as president, he got there and he became aloof. He became not communicable, not interested in communicating. And that cast a shadow over him. If you get to power as a charismatic person, people expect you to banter, to be out there with them. You have to get out. It's part of the magic of a charismatic leader. To be seen among the people. You need to touch babies. You need to carry them. You need to crack jokes. This must be said. Even Buhari did his favor himself. Those of us who knew him personally, a lot of people don't know. Buhari is a man with a very high sense of humor. Some of his jokes are dry, but they are jokes, But he was a wry person who would get jokes, even contrary to what people think. Even when you laugh at him, he will call you as a prof, you can see my neck, he will tell you, I heard you saying this about me. He was that kind of person. It wasn't as, I think it was better on personal level than he appeared in public. Maybe his image makers did not do a good job about that. But then again, we have to be careful. In a country of millions of people, you can't base your judgment on meeting people personally, because most people will not meet you. And that is why you guys become so important, because it is that image they see. What our viewers are seeing on the screen now, the image of the man waving to millions of people that are shouting with him, shouting, say Baba, going with him. As president, he did not continue that momentum. He became this absent president that was only head by word. Some people argue that he was doing that to be a man of institution. But you can't become a man of institution when you are elected as a man of the people. There has to be some kind of holistic, connected, continuous coordination of his action, which I think he lacked.
Yeah.